Honda is declining, and if its CEO Toshihior Mibe did not change his mind about electric vehicles, the company may not survive the next decade in the auto industry. It is rather insane that a behemoth like Honda did not invest anywhere near enough in EVs. In fact, the company literally did not make any EVs except one small EV called the Honda E, and it had to discontinue it because nobody bought it. And even though the company recently announced that it now aims to electrify 2/3 of global automobile unit sales by 2030, we are not even sure if it can do that since they only have 6 years to achieve such a colossal goal, and they only have one fully electric car released in 2023 and another planned for 2024. What on earth is Honda doing? Where did it go wrong? How does it plan to fix its mistakes? And more importantly, why did it stay away from the EV industry while other giants have been racing to make more fully electric vehicles? Honda Motor Co. Limited is not a small company. It is a multinational conglomerate manufacturer of automobiles, motorcycles, and power equipment, headquartered in Minato, Tokyo, and Japan. While most associate its name with cars, it is actually the world's largest motorcycle manufacturer, and it has maintained that title since 1959. It is also the world's largest manufacturer of internal combustion engines measured by volume, producing more than 15 million internal combustion engines each year. Its combustion engines are perhaps the best in the world and quite reliable and efficient. This last part might explain why Honda was late to the EV party and is still taking its time invading the EV market. In fact, it has just started taking the initiative in developing in-house all-solid-state batteries and establishing technologies necessary for the mass production of all-solid-state batteries that can be installed in future Honda EVs. Honda also manufactures garden equipment, marine engines, personal watercraft, power generators, and many other products. It is a true giant and even has 2 joint ventures in China, Dongfeng Honda and Guangqi Honda. In April 2021, it installed a new CEO and President Toshihior Mibe, who needless to say kick-started his role with bombshells. He simply did not believe that the whole EV thing was worth trying and emphasized that combustion engines are the future. Needless to say, he was dead wrong and caused Honda to decline. In 2019, Honda worldwide car sales hit nearly 5 million units, and since then that number has been declining and is expected to be around 3.6 million units by the end of 2023. In fact, he was the force behind killing Honda's first EV project, which was marked with the release of the Honda E in 2020. Back then, many expected the company to release a better and more improved next-generation model, but instead, the company killed the whole idea. The story goes as follows. In 2020, Honda took a bold step into the electric vehicle market with the launch of its first mass-market all-electric vehicle, the Honda E, which boasted a charming retro design reminiscent of the first-generation Civic and featured innovative digital side mirrors. The small electric hatchback seemed like a promising contender in the growing EV landscape, but Honda had to kill it before it flew. There are some good reasons why the Honda E model simply died. However, there is not a single logical reason why the company did not produce a better and more improved version along with other new models. The Honda E struggled to gain traction in the EV market due to its small size, limited range, and lack of features that drivers desired in an electric car. This led to a serious decline in sales of the Honda E in 2020 and 2021, particularly in Europe, which played a significant role in the decision to discontinue the model. But the fact remains that the main driving force behind Honda's choice to discontinue the Honda E is the shifting preference of consumers toward SUVs. This is quite true because more and more people around the world are becoming big fans of compact and mid-size, fully electric and hybrid SUVs. As of 2022, the compact crossover segment, also known as the small SUV segment, is the largest in the world, with annual volumes of more than 13 million vehicles and projections to reach 20 million by 2027. This phenomenon is quite easy to explain. We all want more space in our cars for other people such as family members and friends, all sorts of items, our beloved pets, and legroom too, since hanging out in the car checking out some views from atop of a hill or in a park is a norm these days. There is a reason why more and more companies are putting less and less focus on small hatchbacks, especially two-door ones. Globally, Demand for small city hatchbacks is hitting rock bottom. Meanwhile, the practicality and allure of SUVs have captured the hearts of car buyers. Nevertheless, Honda committed a huge mistake by abandoning the whole EV sector, because now it is years behind and is barely scratching the surface in the development of batteries and EV platforms. We can also safely say that Honda was just too focused on its other sectors, such as its combustion and marine engines, which are in high demand, not to mention motorcycles. But what happened, and it cost Honda billions of dollars and a demotion too, since the company entered some dark places in the auto sector because other companies like Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, and even Volkswagen are dominating the sector on a global scale, and Honda is not anywhere near them. In fact, as of the time of the making of this video, it makes only one fully electric EV. One of the things that really did not make sense about Honda's new president's anti-EV crusade was the excuse that charging infrastructure was not available, which needless to say was and is not true and quite lame. Why? Because Honda did release the all-electric New York 1 SUV in Europe in 2023, and it proved to be a success, and no one complained about charging problems, or rather lack of charging stations. In fact, no one was able to tell that it is a Honda HR-V hybrid in disguise as fully electric. Mind you, it is different. But Honda is not all that bad. It does still make great Civic, Accord, and CR-V hybrids. Honda's hybrid models have proven to be fuel efficient and environmentally friendly. And needless to say, even the folks at Top Gear think that the New York 1 is reliable and very competitive. So the future of Honda is looking bright unless its boss decides otherwise. Anyway, in the past year, Honda seemed to have changed its mind after it got pinched rather hard from declining sales and gloomy predictions. And it is finally undertaking some very serious steps to capitalize on the ever-rising demand for BEVs. As a result, Honda is focusing on SUVs and SUV-like vehicles, which is great news since it means Honda isn't stepping away from the EV game altogether. We are guessing that someone pinched Honda's president and directors and reminded them of Nokia. Do you remember how Nokia used to rule the mobile phone market? At one point, it accounted for 4% of Finland's GDP and had more than half the global market share for mobile phones. It ultimately failed due to a combination of factors, such as its inability to innovate and adapt to the rapidly evolving market. Quite a sad story, and believe us when we tell you that the arrogance of its chief officers was the main reason for the lack of innovation. Everyone was innovating, but Nokia decided to keep producing the same thing. It did not even bother looking into the whole touchscreen thing until it was too late. So Honda learned the history lesson and established a new division solely focused on electric vehicles while investing in dedicated EV factories, new models, and a completely overhauled organizational structure and production process. In fact, the company has suddenly got so serious about the whole BEV revolution, it announced a goal of achieving 100% electric vehicle sales by 2040, including fuel cell electric vehicles as well. It will kickstart the new expanded adventure, or rather aggressive shift, with the launch of a 2024 Honda Prologue SUV, tailored just for the North American market, which is really hard to penetrate and is exceedingly profitable. And if that is not enough, they plan to bring the Acura Prelude back to life, but fully electrified by 2028. As it seems, Honda did not just learn the lesson but is going a step further with the Prelude plans, since the masses are mostly looking for two things these days: a sleek and capable all-electric small or mid-sized SUV, or a sexy all-electric sports car. But we do have concerns. Can Honda achieve such goals so fast? Because BEVs require a lot of innovation, a special platform, and a lot more than mere words. Honda got its foot in the BEV world in 2023 with the ENY1. Its second fully electric car is the first model to be built on a new platform called the EN, which has been designed specifically for electric cars. That will be the basis for several more cars and SUVs as Honda transitions to offering a range of electric vehicles. Despite being Honda's only current electric car, the ENY1 offers an attractive package that combines a decent range with great practicality and good performance. It's a good alternative to the Kia Niro EV, although that rival is said to be slightly more comfortable to drive and even more practical. The Honda ENY1 comes with a 201 horsepower electric motor powering the front wheels. It can go from 0 100 kilometers in 7.6 seconds. The firm suspension gives it great body control by electric SUV standards. The ENY1's maximum charging rate is 78 kilowatts, so it can be charged from 10 to 80% in about 45 minutes. That's similar to the Nero EV. It is a good crossover, reliable, and elegant, but there are better options. It is also understandable that Honda did not achieve colossal milestones with this one. After all, it is their second BEV ever. But now, all eyes are on the upcoming Honda Prologue, which can make or break Honda's adventures into the all-electric cars realm. So Honda is in a rush and still has not developed the platform for the new all-electric Prologue. So we wondered, how will the company achieve such a goal? As it turned out, GM and Toyota have already been planning something huge since 2022 when they announced plans to expand their relationship with a chapter for co-developing a series of affordable electric vehicles based on a new global architecture using next-generation Ultium battery technology. This new battery technology is described by GM as a game-changing electric vehicle platform that is built on a flexible battery architecture for the production of EVs across different vehicle types with outstanding power, range, and performance. The two companies have been working together to enable the global production of millions of BEVs starting in 2027, including compact crossover vehicles, by leveraging the two companies' technology, design, and sourcing strategies. GM and Honda are also working on future EV battery technology collaboration opportunities to further drive down the cost of electrification, improve performance, and drive sustainability for future vehicles. Honda has also created a partnership with LG Energy Solutions, the world's fifth biggest EV batteries maker. The joint venture includes building a massive US-based battery factory in Fayette County, Ohio at the cost of $4.4 billion. This factory is expected to be operational by late 2024 with an annual capacity of 40 gigawatt-hour. Some skeptics say that Honda is poised to fail in achieving its goals despite the joint ventures with GM and LG because the company is simply too late in the game. However, we can only say that time will tell. Actually, the launch of the Honda Prologue in 2024 will be the judge and the main decisive factor in Honda's BEV dreams. All we know is that Honda's second-ever fully electric SUV is set to ride on the Ultium platform developed by GM, a platform that is being used for GM's Cadillac Lyriq. The Prologue will be a large, well-equipped, adventurous SUV that is perfectly fit for everyday driving and rural adventures. Designed by Honda Design Studio in Los Angeles in collaboration with Honda's design team in Japan, the SUV's design is focused on aerodynamics through a modified body with simpler surface orientation and fewer lines to improve range and reduce cabin noise. So what do you think? Will Honda manage to break the barriers in the USA with the new Prologue SUV, or is it just too late? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.